Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a pretty sick little vid for you. It's a bike check on my new racing downhill bike. How exciting is that? Non-ebike. This bike was created because basically I was like, YOLO, I've been doing some enduro races, why not enter a full downhill race? Didn't have a downhill bike, so I was like, hey Sam, you got a bike I can use to make into a downhill bike? And he was like, yeah, sure, have this snab. So this is an NS bike snab. It's pretty old. My dad used to ride it and we've sort of stolen it from my dad and turned it into a downhill beast. The race that I am racing is the Route 1 series at Rogate. This is round 2. Should be pretty fun. I don't want to enter the e-bike category because the ideal life would be to go into downhilling as some sort of like path of biking, which is sick. So obviously I'm going to need to get used to biking a normal bike, and we've just ridden it at Danbury and I'm just going to run you through all the parts on it. So we have the NS snab frame. Obviously it's a pretty old edition, 27.5 wheel size, and we've got Halo Chaos rims laced to Halo hubs for some epic wheel action. These things aren't going to buckle at all. They're super strong, and yeah, they're actually pre-used wheels, so Sam has given these a thrashing and they're not even buckled, which is awesome. Moving on to that sort of same area, we've got Der Kaiser tyres from Continental in 2.4 size. These are super epic. They're downhilly tyres. They're going to be super grippy. Obviously the 2.4 isn't exactly plus size, but it is bigger than 2.2, so I've had quite a lot of grip on these beasts, smashing out some laps at Danbury, so I'm excited to see how they handle on some real downhill stuff. As you can see, the tread's super beefy. It's got a good driving force sort of pattern to it as well to help with braking, but also bombing down the trails. The forks are some of Sam's old Mazzocchi 350s. We've got a RockShox shock on the rear. I'm honestly not too sure what the name of it is because someone's peeled the label off, and I wouldn't know because I'm not a pro at biking and I don't know things off by brain. But it's working real good today, which is awesome. What other stuff is there on here? We've got a SRAM GXP crankset on the bike here, which is really sick. And we've got some plastic NS pedals on them cranks, but I actually want to change those to metal pedals because they're pretty slippy and I'm not going to be able to trust them on a real downhill track. So I'm going to be swapping them out at some point soon. That should be pretty awesome. We got a pretty nice Shimano gear system on here. We've got a Dior XT for the derailleur and an SLX shifter up the top. Both working real well, 10 speed, and yeah, like I said, it's been working real good. But actually, quite annoyingly at the moment, I've hit something and snapped my gear cable, so they actually don't work. But when they were working and I hadn't broken it, it was super sick. So yeah, awesome setup for the gearing. The brakes themselves are a Magura Raceline MT8s, and they're actually in carbon, which looks really awesome. They're single pot, which means there's like a little bit less power than the doubles I run on my, I don't run them on my e-bike. This means they have a little bit less power than the brakes that Sam's run on his bikes, but they've been working real good today still anyway, which is always awesome because braking is quite an important part of downhill, I feel. What other things are there on a bike? Oh yeah, bars and stem. The cockpit area, we've got NS Terra bars with an NS Quantum Light stem. These are basically just stock that came on the bike. No need to change them really because they're working super well. Nice sort of pretty flat profile, not like the jump bike bars that Sam likes to ride, but not super flat either. They do have a little bit of rise to them, which I think is real nice. Obviously we've got pill grips on there, best grips in the game, super awesome in blue, matching the sort of frame color coding, which I quite like, and yeah, pretty awesome. The chain is obviously a 10-speed Shimano chain straight from the bike shop, thanks guys. And finally we've got an Octane 1 plastic seat up the top there, super lightweight, actually really painful for biking uphill on and sitting down on, but you don't really need a fat seat if you're sending it down the hills. So yeah, that is it really. Hope you guys enjoyed this bike check. I'm really stoked on this bike. I'm literally about to go and give it some more thrashing, and yeah, it's a pretty epic bike. So see you in the next video. I just wanna have some fun.